My name is Rob Lindberg. I will be one of your race day announcers. Let's get this show on the road. We are here. It is in Tallinn. Tomorrow's schedule looks like this. The expo opens at 10 to 7. The info booth, Lost and Found, is 10 to 7. And then we have the athlete check-in from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then the shuttle buses that leads you to the swim start, they start from either here or Tammsaare Park, which is just next to the Sokos Viru Hotel, which is in the city center. And that takes you then to Lake Rakku. Tomorrow from 1 to 3 p.m. we have the official swim training, and then T1 opens at 1 and closes at 7 p.m. for the official bike technical service, and then the check-in. We have a bike mechanic. I'll show you later where, but it's just for minor adjustments, okay? So if you have something bigger, please take care of it over here. Then you can jump on a shuttle bus back to here, the Unibet Arena, and then from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. you can familiarize yourself with Transition 2 area. It's always good to walk around. It's always good to visualize things. Saturday, your race day. That is when stuff gets serious. That is what you've been waiting for. We start the shuttle buses from 5, and the last one goes at 5:45. Tammsaare Park, Rakku, Unibet Arena, and Rakku. We open T1 at 5:30 and close it at 7:30. We have, again, for small adjustments, from 5:30 to 10:45, a technical service in T1. We have one special team racing. Is Team Jaakola here? Are they here? If you see them along the way, Tommy and her daughter are racing. He's pushing her all the way. So you guys have a tough time, but he's pushing her. Exactly. Anything is possible. At 7:30, we have the Ironman Tallinn start. Before that, we'll do the Viking clap and all that good stuff. If you happen to be in the top 3 over the finish, at 4:30 we have the age group men flower ceremony, and at 5:30 we have the women's age group flower ceremony. T2 opens at 7 p.m. and closes at 1:30 for bike checkout. Now, naturally, you all do an Ironman, and then in true Ironman spirit, at midnight we start Heroes Hour, where all of the people that have enjoyed the course the most come over the finish line. They get the most bang for the buck. So come over, medal on, finisher gear on, and start cheering. Sunday at 2 p.m. we have the Finnish Full Distance Championship Award. That is in here. The Estonian Full Distance Champion Award at 2:30. And then we have the Ironman Tallinn Award ceremony and slot allocation for the Ironman World Championship here at the Unibet Arena. Remember, you have to be here to pick up your trophy. You also have to be here in place to accept your slot for the Ironman World Championship. Last week in Copenhagen, someone tried to WhatsApp video call to accept their slot, but that does not work. Right. The shuttle bus schedule looks like this. Just take a quick glance at this. And then the shuttle bus schedule on race morning, because this is where you find the shuttle bus schedule. This is the QR code. I will show this as the last slide too, so if you don't get it now, it's fine. Now, once you register, who has not registered yet? Okay. Once you register, make sure you get your wristband. That has to be on all the time. It works as your identification where you get into the athlete-only areas. Swim cap, mandatory to use during the race. You can, of course, have a neoprene cap or another swim cap under, as long as you have that cap on top. Stickers, helmet sticker, bike sticker, and then one for each transition bag. They should be stuck on the transition bags too. If anyone's raced on the other side of the Atlantic, you don't need to use your bib number on the bike there, but here in Europe, we have the bib on the bike and the run. That is for one simple reason. Your safety is our primary concern. And on the back of the bib number, you fill in your medical information and emergency contact. Now, a few things. When you fill in your emergency contact, please make sure it's someone that is not racing. Please make sure it's someone that is at least within the Estonian area code, okay? Once we had a case where we called in someone from Europe and they woke up in China. Not much help. Also, all the allergies, current medications, and so on. This is the fastest way. If something, God forbid, would happen to you, this is the fastest way we can just flip it over and see what restrictions we have with you if you need some help. Your transition bags, the blue one goes for the bike gear, red one for the run gear, and then we have the optional streetwear white bag. The athlete kit, personal needs bags. If you want to use some other form of hydration or fuel on the run and the bike, you may pick them up when you register. You have to ask for them, and they will not be provided automatically. And then we will drive them out to the race course. You drop them off race morning. And the orange one, that's the bike one, that will be located at kilometer 47.5 and then kilometer 114.5. You have to stop yourself, get off your bike, and go take your personal needs bags. Once you hand over your personal needs bag, if you don't use it, we will discard it after the race, okay? So don't leave any valuables or any favorite water bottles or stuff like that in there. The black one for the run, that will be on the personal needs station. That is every lap at 5.1 kilometers, and you can stop there on every lap, so you'll see it 4 times. Again, you have to go get it yourself. It will not be provided to you. Mandatory equipment. Once you show up to check in, you have to have the following. Your helmet with the sticker fastened on it and the helmet fastened. Your wristband. Your bib number with the medical information filled out. If you haven't filled it out, we won't let you into transition before it is filled out. Your blue bag and your red bag. Now, your blue and your red bag have to have your number stickers on them too. Also, you have to have your sticker placed around your seat post. And in your blue bag, you will have your bib number at least and your cycling shoes, unless you decide to clip them on the bike in transition. If you haven't tried or practiced a flying mount where you have your shoes clipped into your pedals once you go out, Saturday is not the day to try, okay? Red run gear, that's where you need at least your running shoes, preferably a right and a left shoe. It's a good advice to have when you have a lot of running shoes at home. You check in between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. The referee will check you have the aforementioned material with you. You rack your bike, and you rack it from your saddle. If you happen to have a shorter nose on the saddle and can't rack it that way, we have technical officers roaming around. Please get their attention and we will sort it out for you, okay? The helmets must be placed in the blue bag once you've racked your bike. You rack your blue bag yourself, okay? And then your red bag, you will drop them off as you leave transition. You will not have access to your red bags on race morning. You will have access to your blue bags on race morning, okay? Once you walk out of the transition area, you will be given a timing chip. That's when you get it. As soon as you get that timing chip, it goes around your ankle, and it stays there until you come over the finish line on Saturday. No timing chip means you're not allowed to qualify for the Ironman World Championship. If you lose it, we have spare ones along the way and in transition area in race morning. You're not allowed to cover your bike. You're not allowed to mark your bag or your bike in any way. And we will have a technical service in transition area. In case you're wondering, we have video surveillance and surveillance in the transition area. So this is what the transition area looks like. Up there where it says bike out/T1 entrance, that's where you come in. And just before that, you drop off your personal needs bag if you choose to use it. Then we have the bike mechanic over here in the corner, right here. And then you walk, you rack your bike. This is where we have our bag racks. And then this is where the red drop-off is. And as you exit, we will hand you your timing chip. You walk out, and then you use that access road over there to get back. Now, the weather. As you have noticed, if you do not like the weather in Tallinn, you wait 5 minutes and it will change. So, the forecast at the moment, a minimum of 13 degrees, maximum of 18 degrees. The water temperature is 17.8 degrees Celsius, 64 Fahrenheit. Yesterday it was 19.5, so it varies a bit, but not much. The probability of rain, 75%. The rain can be anywhere from a 2-minute shower to maybe longer, depends. 2 meters of wind, the sun rises at 5:47 and sets at 9:01 p.m. Race day parking. Tallinn has a fantastic public transport system. Please use it. Please use our shuttle buses. Only if you must, show up with your own car, and then please park only on the road shoulder and follow traffic regulations. However, we strongly recommend that you use the public transport and the shuttle buses we have provided. Lost and found, the info point will hold on lost and found items, and then after the race, we'll have them in the post-race area for you. Withdrawals, you must inform the organization as soon as you withdraw. I'll get to how you do that in just a second. We have one special team on course. Please do give them extra space. Do give them the respect they deserve. They are completing something absolutely incredible. Transition. One opens at 5:30, closes at 7:30. Like I said, we'll have bike techs on site, minor adjustments, last-minute adjustments. Bike pumps. You can bring your own bike pumps, but you cannot leave them in the white bag. So what happens is, once you have your pump and you've used it, you bring it to the collection point, which is around exit of T1. Our fantastic staff and volunteers will gather them. They will drive them over here to T2, and then you can pick them up after the race. There's an extra sticker in your sticker art, paper for the bike pump, so just use that one. Remember to bring your timing chip and your swim cap. And if you racked your bike and decide not to start, or if you decide not to start the day before, or during the night, or throughout the race, you must tell one of our officials as soon as you can. If it's the night before or before you go into the water, and you don't see a technical officer or staff member anywhere, you email us at tallinn@ironman.com with your name and your race number. Now, your safety is our top priority. We will look for you, and we will spare absolutely no expenses looking for you if you don't tell us that you've withdrawn. And we will deploy helicopters, police, and so on. And once we find you eating that croissant at the cafe, we will also hand you the bill. Okay? But we will find you. So please, remember to make us aware if that happens. Drop off your personal needs bag and your white streetwear bag. The personal needs bag is checked in before entering T1 or race morning. As I said, they won't be returned after the race. Drop off your streetwear bag also at the street area. The start area. And the mandatory drop-off is between 5:30 and 8 p.m. After 8 p.m., you'll not be able to drop off your bags. Like I said, your safety is our primary concern. So, no long-term damage for short-term glory. If you felt sick, ill, had a fever or something within the past 14 days, or something else, had vomiting or diarrhea, please do reconsider starting. It's not worth it for long-term damage. At any point from race morning onwards, you can get a consultation. It doesn't cost anything, you won't get penalized. Your safety is our primary concern. This is all found in the athlete guide. During the swim, if you need help, wave your hand. If you see someone else during the entire day, please help them. And the answer is yes, of course. If you stay to help someone, we will then deduct that time from your finish time. But that's not the main thing at that point. The main thing is we get everyone the help they need as soon as they can. We have roaming first aid staff around the course, but obviously we can't be everywhere at once, so we trust that we have sportsmanship. This is also found in the athlete's guide, Race Healthy and Race Smart. Cutoff times. You have 2 hours and 20 minutes to complete the swim. And that starts once you step on the timing mat just before the water, okay? We have a rolling start, so it doesn't go from gun time. From the time you've stepped over the timing mat, 2 hours, 20 minutes to finish the swim. The swim, T1 and the bike, you have 10 hours, 30 minutes. And then to finish the entire thing, the Ironman Tallinn, which is, by the way, one of 2 Ironman races in the capital city in the world, you have 17 hours. We also have cutoff times along the roads on the bike course. This is because we can't keep it open forever, or closed forever, sorry, for everyone. We have to open it up. We have calculated these times so that even though if you're close to the cutoff times, you should be fine. The race start at 7:20. We start our special team. They have a purple swim cap. You've all been handed a blue swim cap, and naturally all world athletes have a gold swim cap. You will be directed to self-seed on race morning based on your anticipated swim time. I'll get to that in a minute. We have a rolling start. 6 athletes every 6 seconds go into the water. Now, oh, by the way, I see a lot of Ironman races along the years, but I'll just an example of how capable the Estonian organization is. That thing that you see, the wide sand road, was actually last week still a 6-meter narrow access road. They've built that entire thing in a week for you guys. Now that's pretty impressive. So, this is where you self-seed yourself. We will have the ones that enjoy the swim for the longer time here, and then we'll go faster, faster, and faster. We'll have a time and a volunteer always at the opening of the gate, and then you walk in there. If you need to change into your wetsuit, you can do it here, for example. We have toilets down here. This is such a tight area that we cannot have a water-based swim warm-up, but you can fill your wetsuit with water here. We'll have a hydration system that will be dropping water so you can get your wetsuit wet down there. We have a 1-loop swim course. Today at 10 a.m. it was 17.8 degrees. Wetsuits are mandatory if the temperature is below 15.9 degrees. Like I said earlier, neoprene swim caps are allowed. Double swim caps are allowed as long as you have the one we have given you, the official Ironman Tallinn swim cap on top. Neoprene booties are allowed if the water temperature is 18.3 degrees or lower. So at the moment, if we would have raced today, it would have been allowed. Lifeguards on the water, and should you be in any kind of need, please just raise your hand and signal to the lifeguards. If you decide not to continue the swim, you must inform the organizers. If you want to rest, you're allowed to hold on to a vessel, as long as you're not moving in a forward motion. If you get up into the vessel, we consider that a DNF. The swim course. You start from the green box up there, and then what you do is at each white buoy, you take a left turn, and at each red buoy, you take a right turn. The yellow buoys you see on the way are purely for sighting, and you can be on both sides of them. Okay? As long as you make the turns at the red and the white buoy. And then you get up, you walk, run into T1. When you get into transition 1, what you do is you take your your bike bag from the rack. You sit down or stand up, change everything you don't need on the bike. For example, your wetsuit, you stuff into your blue bag, and then you re-rack the bag yourself. A few tips. It's a lot easier if you take your own bag. And then it's also a lot easier if you actually re-rack your bag on the same number that correlates to your armband, okay? And then take it easy in transition. You don't win or lose a race in transition, okay? Wetsuit, swim cap, goggles, everything into the blue bag. And then what you do is, before you touch your bike, you fasten your helmet strap, and then you get your bike, and you run out, and then after the mount line, that is when you mount your bike. So, come out of the water. Then you have changing tents here if you want to go completely nude. This is where the bag racks are. This is where the bike racks are. If you have an emergency with the bike, this is the place to visit. Walk up there, and then where it says bike out T1 entrance, that is where the mount line is. You're not allowed to mount your bike before that. If you do, our referees, which are lovely, but you do not want to meet them on race day, will penalize you. The bike course is 2 laps, 8 aid stations. Like I said earlier, 47.5 and 114.5 kilometers. That is where you will find the personal needs station. Every aid station looks the same. It starts with a littering zone. Then you have water, sports drink, food, gels, and bars. And then sports drink, water, and then you have a toilet and a small area for mechanical issues, and then a littering zone, and then when the littering zone ends, that's when you don't litter anymore. Every aid station we have a pink women's toilet for female hygiene if you need it. The sports drink and the food, the gels and bars are provided by Enervit. 8 aid stations in total, and if you litter outside of these areas, you will be handed a 3-minute time penalty. That's a blue card. On the bike course, there are certain sections where it becomes narrower. Also beware that we don't close the roads entirely, because I'll just show you the course in a minute, but we also might switch you from the right side of the road to the left side of the road. But it's very logical. We have a lot of traffic safety people on the road which will guide you. Always act like you're in right side traffic. So stay to the right, pass to the left, even though you're on the other side of the road. Okay? Also, any markings on the tarmac or wherever that are not water-based, that actually are permanent, they are forbidden, and if we find any of those, we'll track down who that athlete is meant to, and they will be disqualified. So please, we want to leave the community in exactly the same shape, or even better, as when we got it. Right, so you might wonder why it's a 2-loop bike course, but it's actually this part over here is the 2-loop bike course. This part is a 4-lane highway where we have closed down the right side of the road, and then we have you cycling on the right side lane, and that middle line is something you're not allowed to cross, okay? We will have space for emergency vehicles in the left lane, okay? And then up there, there is a contraflow section too. It'll also get a bit narrower there, but you will be informed. Just keep your heads up and keep your eyes out. The penalty tent is up there. So before the U-turn of each lap, that is where your penalty tent is. The draft zone is 12 meters. You're not allowed to draft. If you start passing, you have 25 seconds to complete that pass. We ask you to sit normally on the bike. These look cool on Instagram, but they're actually very dangerous when we have a lot of other people here. So leave the Supermans and the Pogacars and everything for some training ride. Also, you're not allowed to use headphones, cameras, or any other electrical devices, which includes meta glasses, by the way. Drafting is cheating. It has to be 12 meters from your front wheel to the next athlete behind you or in front of you. If you start overtaking, it is your responsibility to overtake within 25 seconds. It is the athlete's responsibility that gets passed to drop back, okay? A yellow card is a 60-second penalty served in the next penalty tent. The blue card, a minute penalty. 3 blue cards equal a red card and a disqualification. The red card, for example, not wearing the bib, shortening the route, urinating in public, external assistance, and so on, they will be immediate disqualifications. Once you receive a penalty, our referees will make you aware of it. They have whistles and they will get eye contact. And there's no explaining that you didn't hear or didn't see. That doesn't work. Immediately when you get a penalty, your main thing in your brain is that I have to stop at the next penalty tent possibility. If you're on lap 1 and think you'll stop on lap 2, that equals a disqualification. Immediately, you have to stop as soon as you can in the penalty tent. Make sure in the penalty tent that they write down your number, tell them what color card you got, and then make sure that they tick the box and then serve your penalty. 100 meters before the lap, the end of each lap before the U-turn. And yeah. Transition 2. Dismount, hand your bike nicely over to a bike catcher. We've all seen the Instagram reels where our pros get off the bike very dramatically and they throw the bike and all that kind of stuff. Looks very good on Instagram. Again, please, our volunteers are the ones that make it possible. So please, respect them and hand over the bike in a very calm and fashionable manner. Again, pick up your red run bag, put all your bike gear into it that you don't need. All of the gear that you need on the run you put on, and then you re-rack your bike. Again, your bag. Again, please take your own bag and hang it back on the same place that you took it from. After finishing the race, you can collect your blue and your red bag in transition area 2 between 7 and 1:30. Your helmet, again, just like in T1, when you touch your bike, it needs to be fastened. As soon as you give your bike to a bike catcher, you can then take it off. This is what it looks like. That red line down there, that is the dismount line. You jump off your bike, then you make right turns all the way until the bike catchers. The only people that use that red line over there is the special team. Your bike catchers will take care of your bike. You run all the way around the bike park and then into the area where you have the tents and the changing tents if you want to go nude, and then your blue bag racks for the bike to run transition. You run out from the corner over there, and then you put your bib in front and you start your beautiful 4-loop run of the marathon. 4 laps in total of 16 aid stations. Just before aid station 3, that is when we will have your personal needs, which you'll pass on every lap. Again, just like with the bike, you're allowed to litter in the designated zones. If we find you littering outside of them, then we will absolutely disqualify you. Every single wrapper is about 15 minutes of extra work for us when we pick it up, so we get to be here next year. Outside assistance, pacing, escorting is allowed. If you notice that someone starts pacing you, reject them loudly, and then our referees and technical officers will know that you're at least not requesting the help. This is the beautiful run course around the shores of Tallinn. Now, make sure that once you go on a lap, another lap, that you actually complete the run course all the way here, okay? And then once you're at the end of your 4th lap, that is when you take a left turn on to the red magic carpet where Killu, Tanja, Ergo, and I have opened the office and we welcome you in with the 4 magic words, you are an Ironman. Once you get to the red magic carpet, put your race number in front because we need to see who you are. Our photographers work with AI. And I mean, let's face it, if you don't get a picture of that finish and can't put it on social media, have you even done an Ironman? Huh? I mean, who's not going to post on LinkedIn what they learned about the sales process on Monday, or the logistics process, or the legal processes of tax evasion? Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Now, also, zip up your tri-suits once you come on that red magic carpet. It looks a lot better, especially if we have one of those situations where we might have a bit of sun on the run and you've zipped up or opened up your race suit and you've forgotten to apply sunscreen on exactly this part of your body. And then we can see that race suit has moved ever so slightly here in that triangle. You get what I'm saying? Zip it up and finish for the cutoff time is 17 hours. You cross alone or with another athlete. Mothers-in-law, kids, horses, cats, dogs, all forbidden. If you do that, you will be disqualified. And it's for your safety reason only. We have just about shy of 2,000 of you competing, and we want to keep that red magic carpet special. Of course, if you're racing with a buddy who's also got a BIM number, who's also done 226 kilometers of swim, bike, run, fun, you can absolutely cross the finish line holding your hand together, or if your partner is so inclined to do one with you. Once you come down the finish line, we have the grandstands and we have the VIP area. If you need some medical attention, that will also happen. Then you walk along this path here. You'll find your streetwear bags and some toilets here. And naturally, since we are in Estonia, we have a sauna area here. It's pretty natural, also a great way to recover. Remember to hydrate. Showers and toilets over here. And then inside, on the other side of that black curtain over there, we have the eating area, we have the recovery zone, we have the catering. Your medal, finisher t-shirt, free massage, foods and drinks, streetwear bags, showers and sauna. And after you come over that finish line, I have one rule when I complete an Ironman. I eat everything in sight and I drink everything in sight. For a few days. And then you have to stop. Anyway. Once you come to pick up your bags and your bike, we exchange your timing chip for the bags and the bike. And that happens between 7 p.m. and 1:30 a.m. Also, it is along with your wristband. Wristband, timing chip, that is what you need when you come collect your bike. Protests, if so you want to protest, the deadline for protest is Sunday, August 23rd, between 1 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. We will hand you a protest form if you ask one from the head referee. The protest fee is 65 euros. Drafting and littering penalties cannot be protested. If you lose your timing chip during the race, you can receive one. You can receive a new one in the transition area. Naturally, you'll have to pay for it if you lost it. Then the award ceremony, like I said earlier, 2 p.m. Finnish full distance, 2:30 Estonian full distance championship, and then at 3 p.m. we kick off the Ironman Tallinn award ceremony and slot allocation. We will give the top 3 athletes of each age group category an award. We will award the top 3 tri-clubs, and then after that, once you're here on stage, your top 3 in your age group, we will ask you if you want to accept a slot to the Ironman World Championship. If the winner, second place and third place do not accept, it goes into the performance pool, and once we've done the award show, we will rearrange a bit on stage, and then we'll go into the performance pool where it is based on your calculated finish time and then compared to everyone else. We have 45 qualifying slots for the 2027 Ironman World Championship in Kona, Hawaii. There. Who's excited? I will ask our head referee, Maret, to come up on stage. If you have any questions, we will have a microphone that we will walk around with, and then you can ask your questions. Hands up if you have any questions. There's at least one question over there. How are you?
Better than you.
Better than me, better than me. There's one up there.
Hello. I'm here. Can we use a radar, the light with a radar, to show any cars or anything are behind us?
On the bike.
On the bike.
Yeah, this is allowed, yeah.
This is a bit more administrative, but if we take the bikes onto the trucks to the transition, so how do we come to the transition ourselves?
There's bus for you. You put your bike to the truck, and then you can just go by bus, and your bike will be there more or less at the same time.
So okay. And from the finish line to the city?
Yeah, same. When the athletes, when they need to go to transition or after the race go back to city, then you have transportation for the people and for the bikes.
Thank you.
For transition 1, do we have carpets or is it all on sand?
Yes, definitely. We have a carpet there. We have
okay.
blue carpet there until the mount line. So you can happily go barefoot until this point.
Perfect, thank you.
The changing tents in transition zones, if one needs to change completely, he must to strip down, then he must use the changing tent, but must the one be aware of covering himself with a towel for that moment?
Yes, we have the changing tents, and there you can change, but it is allowed to change fully, but it's polite to, if possible, to use a towel. But if you don't have one, then it's still allowed to change there inside the tents.
Can I take my wetsuit off at the edge of the water so it's easy for me, or do I have to get changed in the transition area?
You can open it and you can take it off until the hips. So you can't take it completely off. You can take it completely off at the changing area.
Okay, thank you.
So one question from me is, will there be any kind of safety deposit to book some personal belongings for the race, like phone, keys to the car, etc.? Or do I need to carry it with myself throughout the race?
You can put things inside the streetwear bag, but make sure, yeah, maybe not to put there some kind of jewelries or something, but phone is okay to put there, and then you get it back after the race when you finish.
Yeah. Can I stay topless after the swim? I'm gonna have my swimming suit, of course, but I'm gonna open it until here, of course. But I'm gonna stay topless because I won't have my tri suit under.
Yes, if you have like, for example, swim
I'm gonna
like
have this,
speedos,
like,
then
no,
it's
no,
allowed.
The full swimsuit, I'm gonna have it. I'm
Yes.
gonna do the swim with it, but I won't have the tri suit zipped.
Yeah, that's allowed. If you have like swim just shorts,
Yeah.
it's allowed. Yes, it's allowed to
Okay.
use them.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
I have a few questions actually. The red bag, the T2 bag, on the map it said that we drop it at T1. Would that be at bike check-in on Friday? Would that be at the morning of the race? Can you elaborate on that?
There's a red run bag that you drop off on Friday while doing the check-in. And this is the bag that you won't see anymore in the morning. So you have to drop it off while checking your gear in on Friday. And you don't have access to it on the race day morning anymore.
Okay, thank you. And second question, the eating, relax area after the finish line, are family and friends allowed to come in there from the other side, or is that for athletes only?
This is just for athletes.
Okay, thank you. And the third one, the bike catcher thing is new to me. What do we have to keep in mind? Is it literally just handing over the bike? Can I leave my shoes attached to the bike, or is there anything I have to consider?
You can leave your shoes, and then you give it to the catchers. But just make sure you take you don't hurry with the process, because otherwise it might be too much for the person. But still, your helmet you have to put in the bag. Just like a food, maybe if you have left on the bike, and the bottles and shoes. But all the rest needs to go to the bag.
Okay, and they will rack it by number, or will they go by time?
They will rack it by numbers, and after, when you do checkout, you will find your bike beside your number.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. I have a question regarding that small bike pump. I have a small bike pump which can be in my bike case. Does that bump need a sticker on it or anything else, or I can just carry it without a sticker on it?
Where do you want to leave it? You want to leave it?
It's in my bike case on the bike.
On the bike, you can have things on the bike, pumps on the bike, if it's small enough.
Okay,
then you don't need to put. It's just about the pumps that you wanna use in the morning, and you can't put them inside the bag. So you have like a certain area for that. You have to put sticker on, and then you can leave it. But all the gear that you need on the bike, it can be there on the bike.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I have a question for the finish line, because I have seen the videos with like someone who is watching you give you the flag of your country, and you can finish with the flag in your hands. Is it like doable? Can we do it, or we will be disqualified?
Yeah, until it's your flag, your country flag. Until this, it's okay. It's just a matter of fact that you're not allowed to show some religion or other political signs. But if it's your country flag, then yes, this is allowed to have there.
Okay, thank you.
I have a short question. Will there be bike pumps at the morning at the bike check, or tomorrow, so I can, because I didn't bring a pump?
Yes, tomorrow there will be pumps. There will be a mechanic also, but just for the small problems. And on the race day morning also there are spare pumps for you to use in the transition one.
Thank you.
Hi there. What's the actual food on the run course beside gels? Is it bread or pretzels or?
There's bananas. You mean in a bike course or run course?
No, run.
Run course. There are bananas. There are pretzels. There is salt and bread.
Okay.
Gels, bars.
Okay. And at the end of the race, where our families collect us, is that an obvious spot where we come out from the food area?
Yes, but you have. I think the best way is to just speak with your family and find the best location to gather
After.
after
Okay.
when you exit from the building here.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, I've got a question about the Ario sleeves. Can I put them under my swimming foam, or I have to put them in a T1?
Actually, but the weather and water conditions are not so warm, so it's got quite obvious that it will be a swim with a wetsuit. So you can have like a long sleeves or long. I don't know what's the. You can have them under your wetsuit. The rule is that until they are. If the wetsuit is allowed, then you are allowed to wear them.
Hello, I have a question about hydration on your bike. So it said about 4 liters, so 2 on the front, 2 on the back. Can you have 2 on the front and 2 in the middle of your bike?
But you mean you have like inside the frame, or?
Yeah, correct. So you've
Yeah.
got a hydration pack on the front and 2 bottles in your frame rather than on the back. Is that okay?
Yeah, the rule is that if you want to have water in the bottles, then there is 2 liters on the front and 2 liters on the back. But all the liquid that is like inside the frame, this we won't measure, so you can have it there.
Hello, good evening. Can we have slippers before we get to the swim? I mean, while waiting for the swim, can we be in slippers to not just have cold feet?
Yeah, you definitely can have, and but unfortunately you won't get them back. So we have volunteers there who will collect them, but as I said, unfortunately you won't have them back. But you definitely can wear them.
Hi, during the run and the bike course, can we use our phones to track our timing and our speed, or is it totally not allowed?
Actually, IRONMAN is quite strict with this rule, with the rule about using a phone or other equipment that will disturb maybe your thoughts. So it's actually not the rule says that you're not allowed to use it. It's just maybe if there's an emergency, then of course you can call somebody. But while competing and everything is going well, then you're not allowed to use it.
She'll go first, and then it's okay. Thanks. Quick question regards the bike catchers. What if there's not enough bike catchers? Do I just stand and wait till somebody comes free?
We make sure that there will be enough, and hopefully you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, but hopefully. So there is the idea that if I'm just standing, I have to give it to somebody. If I'm waiting for like a minute or 2 minutes, is that then being deducted somehow? Like just in case?
No, it's not going to be. But
okay.
We have to just make sure that you won't wait. I think you don't have to worry about that.
A couple of more questions regarding the exit area. So first of all, you mentioned saunas and shower. Should I pack towel and some slippers for those, or will they be provided? And second one, once I leave the finish area, am I allowed to get back into it, or once I leave, I'm done?
First question, yes, you're allowed to put things that you need after in the streetwear bag, because then it's more comfortable to have shower and so on. But the other questions, I am not so sure. I have to check. I think it's a good question.
So I received an email that was mentioning bike trucks to carry the bikes to the transition. So if we don't ride the bicycle to the transition, there are these trucks that...
Yes, and you don't have to worry about your bike because they really have good experiences already for a few years, that they really take care of your bike, and they put like blankets between the bikes, and it should be really safe for your bike.
And once that the trucks is in the transition, we have to wait there to then put the bicycle, I guess, on the rack.
The system is that you come with bus, and with the bus comes the track also. So when you go out from the bus, you might wait a bit, but the track, the bikes will be just there.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks.
Hello. Will there be any mechanical support during the bike race, so if something happen, an accident or something? So we of course have our repair kit, but you know.
Yeah, there will be at least four mechanics on the course, but the problem is that it depends so much of the weather and so much of the situation, that how much work they have. They do their best to help you, but it's just the matter of the time when they reach the point where you need it. And also in aid stations there are some basic tools that you can use, and pumps. So yeah, organizers they do their best, but as you said, it's a really good idea to have like basic things on the bike also. Then you can help yourself at first.
Hi, ma'am. Okay, so small question. I have a small bulge in my disc behind. Okay, just 2 weeks back. Am I allowed to wear this belt right now while cycling?
Yeah, definitely you are.
I can, right? Thank you.
Can we put our backpack in the street morning bag, or should the items be visible?
It depends of the bag, because it might not. If it's too big, then it's just doesn't fit there.
If it fits,
if it
I think
fits,
the
then it's
IRONMAN,
okay. Yeah, until the things or bags fit in the white bag, then until this is okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. And one question, is there a way to track live location of an athlete for friends and family somewhere online?
Yes, there are in IRONMAN page there is option to track. There are many timing points on the course, so family and friends definitely in the IRONMAN website they have to download app. But this opportunity is
on the IRONMAN website.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. And another question is probably the same as another athlete had here. Is it possible to leave finish line to talk with friends and family, then return to sauna and everything?
Please ask once again.
After crossing the finish, is it possible to leave all that finish area to talk with friends and family, then return to sauna? And,
actually, no, you can't exit from there. There is opportunity to speak with them, but there is still a fence between the family and you. There's like a zone for the athletes, but there are some places that you can meet your family, but they still have
After
to
the
be
finish
behind
line.
the fence. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Hi, I went to the swim training this morning. I'm here, hi. There wasn't much space. Will spectators be allowed to come and see the swim start, or is there going to be an area where they're going to be kind of blocked?
Yeah, the spectators are very welcome. Yeah, that might be a problem that, as you saw, the area is not that big, but still there are actually beside the transition area also there is options to watch on the shoreline. But yeah, as you saw, the area is not that big. Hopefully next year we have a bigger area. Organizers they put a lot of effort to make this place the best transition for you and best start.
Okay, thank you. Thanks so much.
Hey, so I understand the logic behind not using the phones. That makes a lot of sense.
but are we allowed to have it on our person at all, like without using it? Just because, you know, the fitness band to track distance and stuff with the GPS?
The question was that is it allowed to have your phone with you?
Yeah, just on
Yes.
us. Okay.
It's yeah.
Okay,
If you
just
have
not
it in a
using it.
pocket, then no problem.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Hi, will we have like a finish line live streaming on YouTube or something that family friends can watch?
Good question. I'm not very sure. Sorry. I have to ask it. Maybe you can come back with this question, and I will ask somebody who knows.
Okay, we'll
Sorry.
come tomorrow asking the same then. Thanks.
Hi, are swim goggles with a compass integrated allowed?
I'm not very sure that I know what you're talking about.
They're like a new electronic goggles that has your direction and a display in the goggle.
Because at least classes, like IE classes, are not allowed, so I think they're not allowed. The rule is that everything that will disturb your can disturb you somehow is not allowed. But if it's a specific question, we can maybe discuss it, because I'm not very sure that I understand which kind of goggles they are.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for your time. Oh, sorry everyone for your ears. During the bike and the run in the feed stations, the different liquids, the drinks, what sort of container or vessel do they come in? Do you know?
Sport drink and water, they both come in bike bottles, like normal bike bottles, so it should be really comfortable for you to use it.
Perfect, thank you.
Any more questions? Or we will start with the Finnish briefing. One more, of course.
Yeah, yes. Hello, thank you. I have been a little late, so I would like to know for the bike registration, is there a way to keep my bike on the shuttle, or is there any other way? I have missed that part.
So you're looking, you're wondering if you can transport your bike with the shuttle?
Yeah.
Yes, there will be trucks for you. You can put your bike on.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Tomorrow.
And if you were late, don't worry. We have the Finnish briefing starting in just a second. I mean, it's not only the second hardest language in the world. So, yeah.
Thank you. But my French is
your French is
better
better
than my Finnish. Thank you.